What's up, people? Guys, a lot of you are waiting the mid-game builds from my channel since I've already uploaded early stage of the game builds for the most high usable classes, most meta classes, and I will repeat this everything for the mid-game, and I will repeat this everything for the end game of tier 1 gear, what your build have to looks like at the end of the tier 1 gear once we get everything open and everything on the related prices and everything will be available. But right now there is not much things available on the most of the starting servers, and this everything what you see here and what I'm gonna talking about is super easy to get, and I have two type of the builds. First, a bit expensive one which requires you to be in the guild. You have to be some experienced for the trade in the auction house between some gears and the items to get the lucent, or you have to swipe your credit cards to get some lucent in the game to get this build. I will explain step by step each of the movement. And guys, I have the second one build. This is the second build which you can get full free without the guild or without any additional help. To get this one again, you need to be in the normal or prepared knowledge and powered guild to have the access for some items in this build. But this one is for the fully solo players, can reach this one easily. And let me talk and let me explain and let me teach you this everything. But before that, I want you guys ask you to subscribe my channel. I have 2000 hours of Korean experience. I have one of the best and powerful character on that region. I have a lot of knowledge about Throne and Liberty. I'm making a lot of guidelines which helps you to progress your character as fast as possible. So hit the subscribe button, and now let's get back and watch the video. Alright boys, first let's start with this build, okay? This is the build which you may ask you some lucent to spend in this, since we have some items like this Band of Universal Power, which is not the gainable in a game right now. It will be gainable in a game from the Archboss Queen's Baladriel, but it will be so rare drop since it's dropping from the one time in a week, and I don't think there will be a lot of players who wear it from the full free to play game as the or some even the guild members. There will not be the many people who will get it from, especially the Archboss. The second way to get this ring is from the weekly mission, and from the weekly mission there is the problem that it's the RNG, and if you're not lucky you have to purchase it on the auction house, since the lucky people will lithograph this and sell them as the paper lithographs. So you have to buy those lithographs and you have to craft this ring. So it will ask you some amount of the lucent, like last time I saw it was 7000 lucent. It's not much to compare the prices which will be for the rest of the items, but it's needed the lucent at least. So you can gain 7000 lucent. You can enter on my channel, and I have some videos how you can gain the lucent in a game as the free-to-play player. But at least it's the expensive item, and you will not be easier to get it. So this build is based on that. This belt is also the same. It's dropping from the Aridus, and if you're not have the powerful guild or the proper builded guild to kill the Aridus on the open world, or do it for the guild dungeons, to get this belt it will not be easier for you to get. And this build also comes from the weekly mission, so you have right to get this build from the guild or get this build from the auction house. Same for the Talu staff, guys. This Talu staff you can get from the guild. I had it at once the Talu started. I had it the first day, since my guild on the server is so powerful and we are dominating some stat and the stages of the game. So for my guild and for my guild members, this is not a big deal to have the Talu stuff, but for the casual players and for the most population of the servers, this stuff is so high reachable. I even checked the other servers, and this stuff somewhere costs 30,000 lucent. It's amazingly high price, and if you're in the guild and right guild, you can get it. So this build is based on the whales, based on the good guild players, where your guild is dominating somewhere, so you can get those items. So rest of the things are just free-to-play gained. This everything you can gain from the free-to-play. This is arena bracelet. If you don't know, you have to you need 2-week arena. First week you get 6 medal. At the second week, once it starts, you can get this belt from the winning arenas. At the normal, does not matter. You can do 1000 times and you just have to win 10 matches, so that's not a big deal. Rest of the items, as I told you, are the free ones, and I even used the skill specialization level 10. I did not increase it much. So this is is the kinda, as I said, the powerful guild and some whale or swiper players build. And if you're not that type of the player, I have the second offer for you. This is for you guys. This everything what you see here you can gain without guild, and you can gain from full free to play for yourself. If you're for free to play, you don't have guild, you still can have this build, and you will be so powerful. I will compare these builds to each other, so it will be easier for you to understand what I'm talking about. Okay, you know, this is the instances item, this is the resistance casual items. This you can get it from the you can craft it, or you can drop it from the shadow crypt. This is same, you can craft these rings, you can craft it this from the instances, and you can get this bracelet from the dungeon and arena, sorry, and you can get it from the dungeon. Okay, this is fully free to play tier 1 middle stage build. Now let's compare it. Okay, let's compare it. Let's move here and let's compare the builds. All right, main difference between the Halo stuff and between this tablet stuff is just not a damage. Okay, it's the 16 damage is a huge thing once your skills are multiplying your damage. So 16 damage is not a small thing, but the base for this Talos is its passive, since every time you get the stun from the player, mostly from the melee classes, which or for rest of them you have evasion. Okay, you don't have a problem with the rest of them, but for the melee classes you have the stun. It will petrify you as the freeze, and you can just swap back and root them and kill them. These stuff suddenly don't have it, so this is the high priority stuff if you're the PvP player and if you have access to get this stuff. But rest of the things, like an you see here there is the critical damage. Okay, here, this build have more crit. It's have the mage 1298, and it's have 264 minus crit. But guys, this stuff have its passive. If you're each of your 1 meter distance from the target gives you 20. If you're at the 10 meter you get 200 crit. If you're at the 50 meter you get 300 crit critical chance, and this is not a big deal. This is not a game changer deal. So if you will play on the distance, you are good, you're okay, and you're good. So this is what I wanted to show you mostly. Okay, so this build looks like the low crit chance, but it does not have it. The main difference is just the damage difference and the passive difference, and since this is one of the best tier 1 PvP stuff for the staff dagger players. The hit chance 20, okay, it's something, but not something amazing. And the game changer, again, the evasion difference. And guys, these builds have amazing evasions. Just check this range, the evasion almost 1100, plus your roll gives you around access to reach something around 1800, and plus your buffs for your energy buff, it gives you 460 if you have it on the purple +5, and you will have more than 2,200 evasion for your range and around 2,500 evasion for your mage. So this build super amazing and super good for the against the ranged and the mage classes. I mean the range type of the classes like in bow and crossbow, and the mage type of the classes like in staff dagger or the bow stuff. So this is really good build, and against the melees this stuff is amazing. For the rest of the items there is not much different. What you see here, it's the HP type of the difference. You have more cooldown. This is good since from this stuff, and there is not much thing. Okay, there is not much difference except the protection against the melee classes. So yeah, this is the base build base situation for your mid gear and mid stage for your character. But after the mid, this free to play have a problem, since at the end game you will need this ring, you will need this belt. For if you have it in the mid stage, it means that you can skip those important things and you can focus to the other gear part, so you can have these rings until this tier 1 will finish, and we will not get the tier 2. So guys, I hope you are excited to see that yes, you as the free to play player, yes, you without the guild, yes, you without anyone's help, you can get almost the same powered build, sorry, as the some wheels or the people who are in the powerful guild. Guys, I will make the similar video of course for the other meta weapon combinations, and if you don't want to miss any upcoming videos on my channel, you have to hit the subscribe button. And overall guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. As always, see you in the next video.